Hey guys, what's going on? Just coming with you a new video. So today I want to talk about why you should stop holding cash in 2021. There's a handful of reasons why this is very important and to understand, especially with everything going on. So I'm just going to break down in a quick video of why you should really think about this and where you should apply your money. Before I start, make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. Really helps with the channel. It shows that you guys are interested and continue, makes me want to keep making videos and shows that people actually are interested in what I'm talking about. So let's start here. So last year in 2020, 25 to 35% new money was printed. That is an insane amount. So what I mean by new money is the feds were just literally printing money. So just think about that. In a year, we've added more than a quarter of the money, new money to the system. So that does a number of things. None is good if you currently have a lot of cash or hold cash, or you get a paycheck and you don't spend it all. Even if it's $10, $100, if you get $500 a week and you somehow, you can save $200 or something like that. What are you doing with that $200? Are you leaving it in a checking account? Are you leaving it in a savings account? Or what are you doing with it? So really, you should not be just sitting on that. If you don't have bills or anything to buy, you should be investing it to a certain extent. So the velocity of money is super low right now, obviously, with that. Unemployment, obviously, due to the pandemic that we're in right now, the unemployment, I think last year, it peaked at like 25 to 30%. And with that, there was a lot of the CARES Act and other things that went on. So with the feds printing new money, obviously the money increased, therefore your dollar is worth less now, essentially. So let's just say, to make things simple, you had $100 in your account. If you have it in a savings account, you probably get a 0.025% return, right? And just say you don't spend this $100, right? So with inflation going on now, in a couple of years, your $100, even with this sitting in your account, I bet you it's worth between $85 and $90. So technically your money devalued due to the cost of living increase, new money printed, and all that. So not saying you won't have $100 in your account, but it will be equivalent to like $85, $90 right now. So that's really why you want to invest. It just allows your money to grow. I can assure you, usually, if you put it in an index fund or a super safe bond or something like that, you're going to get a greater return than that. If you just do like an S&P 500, index fund or something like that, usually you get anywhere from a bad year would be 3%, good year would be 10%. So you're keeping up with inflation, worst case. So that's kind of why you don't want to hold cash right now, especially with everything's going on. Prices will go up. I just talked about that. So if there's more money in the system, obviously, McDonald's is a good example. If you've ever traveled, I have never been there, but I know if you go to Hawaii or certain places, they removed their dollar menu. So, or I think it's not called a dollar menu anymore in some places, it's called a value menu. Therefore, they're not advertising it as a dollar, it's just a value. So it's not a true dollar for things like that. So prices go up, obviously, so that's just an example I just thought off the top of my head. But that's everywhere. Everything's going to go up. If you go to Starbucks, maybe your large coffee might have been $2 last year. Well, now it's going to be $2.20 or something like that. So it's basically printing new money is not always a good solution. It depends who you talk to, I guess, and where you apply your money. So where would I put the money? The new money or money that you have sitting around? I'd obviously put it in the market because I'm a long-term investor. So that's where I like putting it right now. Real estate is another option. However, it's hard to say that to a lot of people, especially in their younger, like, in their 20s and 30s, because a lot of people don't have the capital to invest in real estate. It's very expensive. Like, I don't care what anyone says, it is expensive to get in real estate. You're gonna have big mortgages, you gotta have a good job, you gotta have good credit, you gotta have a lot of capital saved. So real estate, you really can't, not everybody can do, but the market, you could have 10 spare dollars and invest in something and grow your money. So I think a good starting point is the market. So real estate, I think, is the next step. Once you get enough money and build enough momentum, I think if you want to diversify, real estate is the next move. That's my opinion, or that's what I want to do eventually. So that's one solution. If you don't want to do real estate, you could always do crypto. I think crypto is here to stay now. It's kind of gone past that hump of it being like, it's regulated now. PayPal's using it, and a lot of companies are accepting crypto as payment. So it's kind of going over that hump. I think there's going to be some changes. It's going to be volatile because it's so crazy right now. But you can put your money in crypto. Gold, you really can't go wrong with gold and silver and precious metals. The gold always, when money is printed a lot, when it devalues, usually the value of gold goes up. So really you want to put your money in something like this. So really a healthy amount of cash. If you're like, well, I don't know how much cash I should keep, or how much, like how much do I need to have on hand, and when should I think of start investing? So that what I think the best way of doing it is you want to take 3 to 6 months of your bills. So that would be like car payment, food, whatever, the gym, mortgage, if you have one, or whatever, rent. You want to take 3 to 6 months and just have that in cash. And then after that, you want to start thinking about investing the rest of the money. That's where I would start personally, and that's what I try to do. So obviously invest the rest. So basically, long story short, long-term cash is always going to lose value. So there's no point in holding cash if you have a ton of it. Or if you have it for a couple months where you're not going to use it, invest it. Do one of these 4. There's obviously more things you can do, but those are the 4 I thought off the top of my head. I can't think of one time in history where cash has gained more value. It just keeps getting printed and printed and printed. And there's rumors in 2021, we're gonna get another round of stimulus checks and maybe another. Well, they're just gonna keep printing, therefore keep devaluing the dollar. So that's my thought on why you should not be holding extra cash in 2021. So let me know your thoughts, comment below. Make sure you like and subscribe. And that's it, peace.